started in a standing position. So just take your feet right underneath your hips, draw your shoulders back, close your eyes, and just begin to feel the ground beneath your feet. So maybe you sway forward and back, going from your toes to your heels. And then settle all four corners of your feet down in towards the earth. Feel that nice plantedness through the feet. And then begin to feel the earth's energy rise up through the legs. So there's just a softness in your knees. As you engage through the quadriceps, take a slight tuck of your tailbone. Lift up and in through the low belly, through the rib cage. And let your heart lift up towards the sky. So let's shrug those shoulders up towards the ears and open them down the back. Do that 2 more times. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and open them down the back. 1 more. Shrug way up and open those shoulders down your back. Let your palms face forward by your side. Lift up through the crown of the head and keep those eyes closed. Let's begin to take some head and neck circles. So tuck your chin towards your chest. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. Drop your head back. Left ear, left shoulder. Tuck through your chin. Switch directions. Take your left ear, left shoulder. Drop your head back. Right ear, right shoulder, and tuck through your chin. Now move on your own pace, side to side. Take about 1 to 2 more repetitions through the head and neck. And then take your crown of the head to extend towards the sky. Reach it up. Roll those shoulders down and away. Softness through the face. Let's begin to breathe here in our standing posture. Big breath in through the nose. Belly expands. And big exhale out through the nose. Belly retracts back towards the spine. Good. Big equal breath in through the nose. Let your belly expand with your breath. And exhale out through the nose. Let the belly retract back towards your spine. 2 more like that. Big breath in. Fill the lungs, fill the belly. And exhale out, release that breath. 1 more time, big inhale, belly expands, chest rises. And exhale, release that breath out. Good, now as you inhale, let's reach our arms up towards the sky, reach them up high, extend through the fingertips. Now as you exhale, take your right arm by your side, reach over to the right, roll your left shoulder back. Pull your lower ribs in, so there's a slight tuck of your tailbone as you reach down that right leg. Roll that left shoulder back, maybe even look out past your left shoulder. Nice job. Let's inhale back through center, reach your arms up towards the sky, and then exhale, left arm down by your side. Reach over to the left. Let your right shoulder roll back as you pull your lower ribs in. Gaze out past your right bicep. Reach over. Nice job. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Now this time, take your left hand between your shoulder blades. Right hand to the top of your left shoulder. Begin to crawl your fingertips down between your shoulder blades as you lift up through your heart. Pull your lower ribs in and feel that nice stretch through that left tricep. Nice job. Inhale, reach your arms back up to the sky. Let's switch sides. So your right hand will come between your shoulder blades. Left hand, grab a hold of your right elbow. You want to pull your right elbow towards your right ear. So you feel a nice stretch through that right tricep all the way down in towards your lat. Nice work. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Now as you exhale, swing your right arm underneath your left, or over your left, I'm sorry, and begin to bend your left elbow as you hug your right arm towards your torso. So you should feel a nice stretch through the right side of your shoulder, lengthening out through your right arm all the way into the shoulder blade. Good. Hug that right bicep towards your chest. 1 more breath. Now inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And let's switch sides. So this time you want to hook your right elbow along the front of your left tricep. Hug your right forearm towards your chest, and you'll just feel that nice stretch through the left side. So you'll feel a good length all the way into that left shoulder blade. Nice job, deep breath here. Feel that good opening through the shoulders. Nice, now inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, look up. And now as you exhale, soften your knees. Let's fold all the way down towards the legs. Relax your head and neck. Tuck through your chin, bend your knees deeply, and let's just begin to roll back up the spine, one vertebrae at a time. So plant through those feet, tuck through your chin, reach your shoulders up towards the ears, and open down the back. Now let's take our shoulders back up towards the ears, tuck through your chin, reverse the motion, bend your knees, come all the way back down towards your thighs, relax your head and neck. Let's do that one more time. Unravel your spine, ground through your feet, tuck through your chin. Let your shoulders shrug all the way up towards your ears and open down your back. Reverse this motion. Take those shoulders up towards your ears, forward and down as you tuck your chin and curl in towards your legs. Relax your head and neck. Forward fold. Let those knees bend deeply. Good. So make sure you are at the top of your mat, ground through your palms. And let's begin to just step our feet all the way back into our first downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, feel your hips rise high. And you might even want to pedal your feet side to side just to work into your first downward dog. Allow yourself to open up into this posture. Deep breath here. Feel the backs of your legs elongate. Good. Now take a big inhale in through the nose. Feel your hips rise high. And as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, bend your knees, step all the way up between your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway uplift with a flat spine, reach through the crown of your head. As you exhale, forward fold down towards your shins. Ground through your feet. This time rise with a flat spine. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up and overhead. And exhale, baby back bend. Bend your elbows, lift through your heart, squeeze through your shoulder blades. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, swan dive forward all the way down towards your toes. Relax your head and neck, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen just halfway uplift. Now as you exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back into high plank pose. Take a breath in here. Engage your core. Hips are in line with the shoulders. And as you exhale, let's take those knees down to the mat. Walk your hands forward. Melt your heart down towards the ground. Puppy dog pose. Gaze is forward, open through the chest. Now as you inhale, let's shift forward onto our forearms. This time, tuck your toes, lift your knees up off the mat and come into a forearm plank. Engage through your core, press down into your forearms. So you really want to engage that core as you look down between the forearms. Deep breath in. And then release your hips down towards the earth. Pull your heart through, Sphinx pose. Big breath in. And then exhale, lower your heart down. Take your left forearm parallel with the top of your mat. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your right hand to find the inside of your right foot as you pull your right heel close towards your right glute. Feel a nice stretch through that right glute as you turn your shoulders forward to the top of your mat. Deep breath in. And then exhale, release that right foot back behind you. Switch sides. So your right forearm comes to the top of your mat. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your left hand to find the inside of your left foot as you pull that left heel close towards your left hip. Lift through your heart, ground through that right forearm. Feel a good stretch through the front of that left shoulder as you square those shoulders forward. Deep breath in. Good, and exhale, release. Take your hands down by your sides. Elbows point straight back. Take a breath in, lift, cobra pose. As you exhale, tuck your toes, press your hips back towards your heels, and then lift your hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Full breath in, and full breath out. Inhale, extend your right leg all the way up to the sky, three-legged dog. Now as you exhale, hug your right knee towards your chest, place your right foot to the top of your mat, lower your back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms high in your low lunge. Remember, there's a slight tuck of your tailbone, so you really get that nice stretch through the front of your left hip. Tuck your back toes, listen closely. As you inhale, let's lift the back knee up off the mat, come into your crescent pose, high lunge. Square your hips and shoulders forward, deep breath in, ground through that right foot. Inhale, lift through your chest. Now as you exhale, hinge forward. Reach your arms back behind you like airplane wings. So you want to squeeze through your shoulder blades as you extend your arms out long behind you. Engage your core, so you're just hovering over your right thigh. Gaze out in front of your right big toe. Now as you inhale, shift your weight into your right foot. Begin to pick your back foot up off the mat. Come into warrior three with airplane arms. Ground through that right foot. Keep your back leg lifted. Engage through that lifted leg and flex your left foot. Press that left heel back. Deep breath in. Nice. Now as you exhale, step that left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Inhale, your arms rise high. Exhale, take those hands down to the earth. Right foot all the way back up to the sky. Reach it high, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower the right foot down to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Now let's move on to that left side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Reach it up high. Exhale, hug your left knee towards your chest. Place your left foot to the top of your mat. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Come into your low lunge. So slight tuck with that tailbone. You should feel a nice stretch in the front of your right hip. Lift through your heart. Good. Now as you inhale next, tuck back through your back toes. Lift your back knee. Open up through that back leg. So you want to straighten that right leg into your high lunge. Big breath in. And big breath out. Relax those shoulders. Good. Now as you take your next inhale, begin to hinge forward. Reach your arms out back behind you, airplane arms. Squeeze through your shoulder blades. So you're hovering over that left leg. Engage your core. Gaze out in front of your left big toe. Shift your weight forward. So feel yourself already propelling forward. Ground into that left foot, and then inhale, blast off to warrior three. Lift that back leg, extend your right leg back behind you, flex your right foot. It's like you're a capital letter T. Good. Reach through the crown of the head, press your heart forward, reach those hands back behind you. Big breath in. And then slowly take that right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Inhale, crescent pose, reach those arms high. And exhale those hands down to the mat. Just send your left leg all the way back up to the sky. Three-legged dog, reach it high. And exhale, lower left foot down to meet the right. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale, bend your knees softly. Look to the top of your mat and just step all the way up between your wrists. Take an inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. And as you exhale, forward fold, relax your head and neck. Inhale, let's rise all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up and overhead, look up, lengthen. Now as you exhale, take your right elbow to your right side waist. Right palm faces up towards the sky. Begin to bend your right knee back behind you and grab the inside of your right foot. So you can stay right here and get a really nice quadricep stretch all the way up through your heart space. Just really peel those shoulders back. If you want to go into dancer's pose, you just gently hinge forward. Begin to kick into your right hand. Keep your gaze steady on one point as you roll your right shoulder back and you hinge forward. Good. Keep your steady gaze out on the horizon or on a steady point out in front of you as you kick in towards your right hand. Roll your right shoulder back. Keep those hips square. One more breath. Nice job. Slowly take your time. Let the right knee come towards your left knee. Left arm back up towards the sky. And then release your right foot. Inhale, let's reach both our arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, take your left elbow down towards your left side waist. Left palm faces up towards the sky. Begin to bend your left leg. Reach back to find the inside of your left ankle. So you can stay right here. This is a great quad stretch all the way through in towards that left hip. If you want more, balance challenge, shift forward. Begin to kick into that left hand. Slowly take your time, shift forward, lift that left heel towards the sky as you kick in and reach forward. It's like this nice opposition of kicking back as much as you're reaching forward. Hinge through the hips. Keep your gaze steady on one point out in front of you, preferably one that's not moving. Nice job. Stay with it for one more breath. And then slowly take your time. Left knee meets the right. Release that left foot. Both arms rise to the sky. Reach up, look up. Exhale, bend your elbows, drop your head back. Release. Inhale, reach your arms high to the sky. And as you exhale, let's forward fold all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Now as you exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, high plank pose. Pause here, engage your core. Now place your left hand to the center of your mat. Turn all 10 toes to the right, stack your feet. Right arm to the sky, side plank pose. Lift through those hips, engage through your core. Stack your hips and shoulders. So really lift your hips up towards the sky. Big breath in. Now as you exhale, take your right hand down, switch sides. Right hand to the center of your mat. Turn your toes to the left. Left arm to the sky, stack your hips, stack your shoulders. So you really want your hips to lift up as you roll your left shoulder back, engage. Deep breath in. Feel your core, lift your hips, stack through the shoulders, press into that right hand, one more big breath. And then exhale, take that left hand down to the mat, come back into your high plank pose. Take an inhale, breath in. Now as you exhale, lower through chaturanga. Point those elbows back, lower halfway. Inhale, scoop through, roll to the tops of your feet, lengthen your arms, upward dog. And then exhale, roll back through your toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Nice job. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, let's just tippy-toe those feet all the way up. Take your feet together, bend your knees deeply, lift your heels up off the mat, curl into a tiny little ball. So you can keep your hands down on the earth. If you want a little balance challenge, go ahead and wrap your forearms around your shins, tuck your chin towards your chest. Your heels are lifted up off the mat. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Nice. Let's take our hands down to the earth. Sit your hips back. Take your feet together, knees apart. So I'm gonna face you for this pose. Take the backs of your hands into your hip pockets. Your elbows are bowing out towards the sides. Begin to squeeze your elbows towards one another and let them come to the insides of your knees. I like to call this pose little chickens. Kind of look like I have little chicken wings. So once your elbows are on the inside, this might be plenty right here. If you want to feel more into the shoulders, Begin to hug the knees up and in towards one another, just gently. You can even kind of open up and lower back down. You should feel this deep in your shoulder socket. This is getting into the rotator cuff, the back of the shoulder, and sides. Good. Wherever you are, gently release those knees. Take your hands to interlace around the soles of your feet. Let your shoulders shrug up towards your ears and down your back. And let's take a few head and neck circles here. So begin to tuck your chin towards your chest, circle the head around, switch directions. Get a nice opening through the front of the throat, the back of the neck, the sides. Good. And once you've completed at least 1 to 2 repetitions each side, take your head back through center, shoulders relax down the back, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, hinge forward, let those elbows press your shins away for butterfly pose. Take your heart towards your toes, deep breath in through the nose. Let your hips melt towards your mat. Exhale out. One more breath in. And exhale out. Nice job. Take those knees to close together like a book. Take your feet hips width distance. Reach your arms up by your sides and just slowly come down onto your back. Take your heels close towards your hips so that when you take your hands by your sides, your fingertips graze your heels. Ground through those feet and begin to lift your hips towards the sky. Come into bridge pose. Shimmy those shoulders up underneath your back. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Press your hips towards the sky. Lengthen through your quads. Deep breath. And then exhale, gently lower your hips down. Windshield wiper your knees side to side.
Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a squeeze. And then drop your knees over to the left. Gaze to the right. Keep your shoulders down on the earth. Breathe into your belly. Deep inhale. And then take your knees back up through center. Drop them over to the right. Gaze to the left. Again, keep those shoulders down on the earth. Inhale, come back up. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Forehead towards your knees. Give yourself a big squeeze. And then extend your legs out long. Toes drop out. Palms face up. Shavasana. Close your eyes. Relax here. Let go of all control. When you're ready, begin to make your way up into a nice, easy seated position. Pause here and honor the light that dwells within each and every one of us. Namaste.